check this out, though. First of all, you throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale.
What up, family? Welcome to the technical difficulties. Late start for the first time, but it's all good. It's 6:15. We here. We back. Kolby will join us in a bit. As soon as he jumped on, it was like waiting 6 seconds, and then he would say something, and then it would work. So he gonna get on when he gets on. But welcome to the next episode of Top 100. We are getting in the thick of things. We are going over numbers 40 to 31 today. And go check the Toby podcast when he gets on. As always, KB, the producer, my man. How you feeling today? How you doing?
Doing all right. I was a little delayed myself. I had a little life be lifing, man. Life been lifing this week, for real.
It do. It does. People are annoying. That's what it is. People don't know how to act. So you gotta,
but we here.
Check them
So
sometimes.
that's all that matters. We here.
We are here. As always, check me out on Bite Size Breakdown, YouTube, and bitesizebreakdown.com for my movie thoughts. Housekeeping be housekeeping. And last but not least, you saw him on the thumbnail looking real contemplative. He wanted me to put like Gimli on there for him. And then I was like, nah, I gotta show the pretty face. Even though it's in the dark right now, let him do what he wants to do. My man, Jay Burnz. Jay, you are with us this week. How you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling great, man. You got to remember that was my face superimposed into Gimli, though. So, like, that's why I wanted that one. Plus, I thought it would be funny as hell. That being said, it's good to see Old Dirty's Chinese food restaurant back together again. Even if it's not in trivia, we at least still talking about a passion of all of ours, music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And let's just get straight into it. Going with number 40. No ties yet. We might get one a little later, but number 40, we're going to see a lot of them today, I think. Outkast, Miss Jackson. For me, I had it at number 84. Kolby had it at number 142. KB, you had it the highest at 60. Speak on it, sir.
First, let me get my mute button. All right, Miss Jackson. This was definitely one of them Outkast songs that I felt needed to be high up, namely because one, it was not only it was more than just a popular song, man. Like you heard this song everywhere, and everywhere. And I think one of my favorite parts, which I think is a lot of other people's favorite parts, is me and yo daughter. Got
I
this
can't hear
going on. Like I mean,
I can't hear that right now. I can hear that right now without thinking of Stupid Kids Bop and that little like me and your daughter.
First of all, that kid, if anybody watching this and don't know what we talk about, if y'all Google Miss Jackson's Kids Bop video, please watch that in its entirety. It's one of the funniest videos I have ever seen. especially when Miss Jackson pull up with the goons in the back seat.
No, it's ridiculous. It's hilarious. It's ridiculous though.
Oh, but anyway, like that song, man. Like I said, played everywhere. It was that was off of the double CD, right? The double disc, right? If I remember correctly.
No, this one was off
below. No, I don't think so.
It wasn't. This one's off This one's off of Stankonia.
Stankonia, okay. I always get those two mixed up because I feel like those two had like a lot of really big hits, like really big crossover hits. But I just felt like this was one of those songs that not only showed the versatility of the two, it just kind of further stamps that, I mean, if people were confused before, they really shouldn't be confused now. Like hip hop is here to stay, rap is here to stay. And there was another point I was trying to make about that. I can't remember right now, but yeah, this song had to be high up on the list because it was just that good of a song. It was that enjoyable of a song.
But yeah, it 100%. Like for me, there's a lot of Outkast on my list, whether or not they're featured, whether or not they're on there. And this, I needed to remind myself that this doesn't go the way of a song like Hey Ya for me, where Hey Ya might be like, it's technically Outkast, it's Andre's biggest song, but it's the one that's like, it's more pop than hip hop, but there's hip hop in there. And I like it. I like it a lot, but it wouldn't really be on my list, no matter how popular for this particular list. And then Miss Jackson for like 2 seconds was like, is that? And then you listen to it again and you're like, hell no, not at all. One, man, I said it before. I'm going to say it again. I believe Big Boy is almost just as good as a rapper, if not better than Andre. According to Andre, he is better. But man, what Andre does with his voice, what he does with his verses, what he did, I don't think the word forever has changed. There's not a word who's changed in pop culture history more than forever. First, it was the Sandlot. Forever. And he made forever, ever overtake that. Like, and his ability to paint pictures, as he says in the verse, to do that. But the way Big Boy opens the song and closes the song with those two verses is just absolutely masterful. It is dope as shit. I love the third verse where he kind of speeds up his cadence and speeds up the syllables. B-ting, D-ting, A to the G, that'd be the same thing. Just whatever it is he's saying there, and you stumbling through the words and shit. Just the fact that everybody thought this was about Erykah Badu, and everybody thought that
that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I really wish he would have put that bar. That's not my name. Andre did it on this one. Tyrone, not my name. But it's an iconic ass song. I love the beat. But yeah, you were saying the fact that the Erykah Badu and Andre 3000.
Yeah, I feel like that was one of the things that it's kind of like Usher's Confessions did when he had that breakup with
Chili.
I think it was Chili. Yeah, like everybody thought that he talking about the breakup. This is him expressing his feelings during the breakup. I felt like a lot of people took that aspect, that same thing of the relationship between him and Erykah Badu, and they were like, oh, he talking about their relationship in this song, and I was like, no, but you know what? It don't make sense to deny it because it's helping the traction of the song at the time. So let it rock the way it rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jay, I'm gonna go to you, see if Kolby will catch up with us a little bit and see if he can like speed and he'll get there. But Jay, how you feel about Miss Jackson, man?
How do I fit everything I need to say into 6 seconds? That's my first question.
Right.
No, like you're not wrong, bro. The way that it changed the word forever is great, but I also think like I've apologized a trillion times is a thing that has worked its way into just about everybody's lexicon at this point in time. And it's only because of like this song, whether or not, you like the parody, the I am for eels instead of I am for real. Like there's a whole bunch going on. I do like this song. I don't know if I would have it as low as Kolby or as high as KB, but like I enjoy this song. I listen to this. It's a bop, bro. Like it's always on. It's in every single one of my playlists. Even if my playlists are like 11 hours long, it always pops up and I always listen to it all the way through. And I have ADHD, man. I skip through songs. But when this fucking song pops on, bro, it's just like I'm in. I'm locked.
Kolby, you're gonna give me time to eat my last little piece of sushi. Go ahead, sir.
Listen.
Hey, he's not delayed. Let's go.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, y'all. Woo, I'm a little late. Okay, this was by design, right? So I thought about this and how I structured my 200. So I had a feeling that corporately it would get to a place of 40, right? That was done on purpose. This is not my favorite like Outkast song. Like it's outside of my top 5, but like just outside of my top 5. But I couldn't have everything Outkast to be on this list. Like, Miss Jackson, I think it's great. I think I love it more sonically than I do lyrically. Not to say that I don't mess with the lyrics. I think they're great. I think that my relation to the lyrics for when this song came out, I was a teenager, a young teenager, right? So like I have a lot of respect for it. I think it's great. What's there not to like? There's not a lot to not like about this song, and I respect its greatness. My kinship to this, oddly enough, was with MTV's Real World, Back to New York, and if you guys are familiar with the WWE, ding ding, Mike Mizowski, before he was a pro wrestler, started his professional career working promo and advertising with Outkast, and that's kind of like how I came into it. So that's my kinship to it, and then it just kind of like, but I still think there's like other songs ahead for me personally. So that's I'm defending my 142, but glad to be at that 40.
Yeah, I will say I love the sonic, whatever that sound is.
So what is that? What instrumentation is that?
No,
I don't know.
Bar, you're in the chat somewhere. Help us out.
So I would say that I think it's a sample played backwards.
Yeah, I give you that. That sounds good. I'll take. That's where we're gonna leave it at. Okay. We're gonna leave it at that. At a sample that's played backwards, mixed beautifully. That worked out. And Jay, I told you got some work to do. Well, it's going to start with this. We have a tie at number 39 and 38. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you go first with this first song. We're going to go through that. And then I'm going to hit you last for the second song so you can give you time to play each out. So the first one we're going to do where you got to figure out which one's 38 and 39. I told y'all posse cuts are my favorite. And this is by far top 3 posse cut of all time for me. Jay, the bad boy. Let's worry about everybody else on this song in it, though. And tell us about Flavor in Your Ear remix. Craig Mack, rest in peace. Since we're talking about that, also rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne as well. Man, they go in threes. I'm waiting for it. I'm seeing who else is the other one. But Jay, speak on Flavor in Your Ear remix.
What's the other song? You will know as soon as we go through it. So just hit on this one first, and I'll reveal the second song to let you know which one. That's why I'm gonna give you some time towards that. The remix, though. All right. First off, this right here is a dream lineup for any track that you would ever want to have anybody put lyrics to. I really couldn't honestly sit here and say, look, you got Ladies Love Cool James, you got Bus a Bus, you got Rampage, and you got Biggie. This is 90s hip hop right here, bro. This is just like 100% condensed down into, hey, do I need to show you? You know that Steve Rogers list? I know you know that Steve Rogers list. If I had to explain the 90s in one song, it would be some shit like this. Like 100%.
Yeah. I had it. Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was saying, Kolby, you had it at 39. I had it at 45. KB, I had to tell you a couple songs to put on. I know you think you're probably going to have it higher, but it's here anyway. Kolby, I go to you first because you had it highest out of everybody. Speak on the remix. Bar, wherever you're at. Yes, this is the better version, not the original.
Yes. Yeah. And the reason why is how it opens, right? We get Puff, not Diddy, right? And my dude takes 2 Coke bottles and just starts banging them. That was one of the hardest things as a little kid to be able to respect. Like one to kind of have that little like. I mean, I'm just saying.
The Warriors.
Do you know the reference?
Warriors.
Oh, okay. Because a lot of people don't know the reference. A lot of people don't know the reference.
But like to be able to get that and then to be able to go straight into Big, and like if you think of we've talked about so much like quintessential like 90s beats, the boom, boom, boom. Like there's a visceral reaction that if I hear that, like I just want to just it is out of all the different posse cuts that we've kind of talked about, this one celebrates like what feels like the most New York without having to say New York all the time, right? And like I love that celebration. I was a bad boy kid growing up. I had the chain and everything like that. So like it just spoke to like everything, like growing up living. I lived 200 feet away from the Hudson River, right? 6th floor, looking out my window. This song brings me back to that. Just playing it as loud as I possibly could so the people down the street could be able to hear it obnoxiously. And like I'll always like love what this song means, but it's just also how hard it is. And everybody getting their little spot to be able to come in through and just do their thing.
Yeah. I love what you said, Jay, about the different people on this track. And you got Big coming in smooth as hell. You said it got more butt than ashtrays, just coming on with punchline after punchline. You got LL being smooth as hell. You jingling, baby. Go ahead, daddy. You jingling, baby. Just going in. They even made Rampage look good on this. They made Rampage look good on this. He ain't had nothing until the next posse cut with Give It To Me when Busta put him on another song with them and Mariah Carey. And of course,
y'all need to relax on Rampage, man. Y'all gotta relax on Rampage. Yeah. He had some hard shit in the 90s. Yeah.
You right. It's the fact that nobody knew who he was though. But right. You're right. Rampage was dope. He came on here and did his thing. You know, Busta had to close it out because his energy wasn't being matched by nobody. Just letting you know, Bar, you missed the fact that this version is better than the original. 100%. No questions. Period, man. However, Craig Mack came on and did his thing. Like, murdered this. Want to grab my dick too late, too lazy. Hold it for me. Like, the amount of swagger on this damn song, the amount of bars on this song is absolutely yes, it captures an era, captures a generation perfectly. KB, just speak on what you love about the song. Don't worry about the song placement.
Man, let me tell you. So I do like that it's in the 30s. Never mind my 199. That's an error on my part. This definitely belongs in the 30s. Flavor in Your Ear remix is the better version. Not to shit on the original, right? Because I don't think we would have got to the I don't think we would have got to the remix if it wasn't for the original. All right. I think this was an interesting lineup, and I would like to have been in the room when this assembly of artists got put together. Craig Mack was doing his thing for sure. I think
was that Hamilton joke?
the room where it happened, yeah.
so yeah, like I was very surprised at this lineup, especially in the 90s. Not to say that everybody was beefing in the 90s, but it was still a lot of that I'm better than this guy, low key. You know what I mean? It was a lot of.
You can just say everybody was beefing in the 90s. It's fine. Like that's what the 90s were known for.
Yeah. But it was more so like a lot of sword sharpening, to use a Wu-Tang quote, right? There was a lot of sword 100%. Sharpening going on in the 90s than like actual beef. You know what I'm saying? Definitely before. I don't think
iron.
Yeah. Like I don't think like real beef really started happening until like after Biggie and Tupac. You know what I mean? What the reason why I was saying like earlier about Rampage being on this thing, like a lot of people slept on Rampage. Some people don't know that he was part of the Flip Mode Squad. Flip Mode Squad is the greatest. Not better than Wu-Tang, but there was some spitters on there for sure. This song really definitely personified 90s. I will say I didn't find this to be like a hard beat, but I did feel like it was a very swagger beat. Like this beat had a whole lot of swagger to it, a whole lot. To me, one of the harder beats that came out from the Bad Boy camp at around that time, because it was still building. Like Bad Boy was still kind of building something at that time, right? Is the joint with Big Puff, I forget the other gentleman's name, and then of course Supercat, dancehall legend Supercat, Dolly My Baby. That beat is gangster and had some swagger to it. That was a gangster ass beat to me. But yeah, this beat had a lot of swagger. LL, not my favorite rapper, but a legend in the game, doing his damn thing on that track. His pocket was like necessary for that song. I think we got a little bit of everything out that song. It was like a 90s hip hop buffet. You know what I'm saying? And it was delicious.
Yeah, it definitely was. I really like Jay. You said it, something that never thought popped in my head, and this is one of my favorite songs ever. But yes, just the buffet of different styles, of different rhythms, of different cadences, of different swaggers. It was just all dopeness personified for sure. Any last thoughts on Flavor in Your Ear before we give Jay something to think about?
This is I do have one real fast. This is really like KB was saying, this really is a beat that just like has some swag to it, like some swagger to it. This is a beat that like anybody can rap to, but not everybody should rap to. Like I feel like they got the perfect amount of individuals, the perfect amount of like hype for that time. Even like it's not like we're gonna sit here and rank everybody's verses throughout this entire track, but like the entire thing goes hard, and it's really just a way to show off skill without being like, I'm a better rapper than you are, I'm a different rapper than you are. There's a difference between those two things, and a lot of people don't understand that.
Yep, totally agree.
100%. My Thiz face is going to talk for a little bit, but I'm still here. So Jay, I'm gonna go last for you, so you could think about this. You could talk about what you want to talk about it before revealing which one you wanted, 38 and 39. And there probably couldn't be a more different song to figure out which one goes first and which one goes second than One Time, Two Times, Killing Me Softly with this song. I never know if it's his song or this song or what it is. But I have it at 54. Kolby had it at 194. KB, you have it the highest. Start talking about a cover of another legend who died in the last year, Mr. Roberta Flack, Killing Me Softly. Speak on it, sir.
Let me tell you, the first time I saw the Fugees, right, I did kind of compare them to Diggable Planets for a little bit. I forget the name of the very first single that was put out on Video Music Box back in the day, but I was like, okay, this is cool, but I don't know if they're gonna have any longevity. And then this song came out, and I was like, oh, let me shut all the way up now, all the way up. I said, what are they doing? What are they doing? They really did it with this. I'm talking about a jam where like even the hottest individual in the club against the wall is just bopping their head like you see them singing, like mouthing the words and everything. Like such a great freaking song, such a well put together song too, sonically. Like my goodness, man. You know, we a lot of people don't talk about lyrical skill when it comes to like, you know, Pras and maybe Wyclef, definitely Pras.
Yeah.
But I think they all together really put together a cohesive track when they put this together, man. Matter of fact, that whole album was fire. I need to go back and listen to that.
It's one of my top 10 hip hop albums of all time.
Yeah,
always
like
on the list whenever I think about it.
That whole album was fire from beginning to end. And it kind of makes me sad that they couldn't keep that trend going. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not shocked at all that this song has made it this high up the list. It definitely deserves to be one of them songs that's high up on the list. I still enjoy it to this day. So yeah.
Kolby, I'm gonna speak on it, but I'm gonna alley-oop to you just because you brought up a lot right at the beginning as we did this. What is R&B? What is hip hop? And the fact that she's singing the majority of this, but we put it still at this point. I'm gonna give it to you on that, man, because you've been speaking on it.
So that's where my conflict came in, because like granted, like hip hop is this beautiful like blend of R&B with rap. And I think that as I was like building together my 200, I felt so conflicted, but I knew, I said, yo, I'm gonna leave it up to my guys that if it floats up, I'm gonna put this in my 200. It was hard for me to call this a rap record, but like hip hop isn't just rap. And we obviously have celebrated a number of songs that have some incredible features that predominantly there is a vocalist on the track, right? That's doing the chorus, the pre-chorus, maybe like the bridge, but like still there's 2 to 3 verses. That's just traditional rhymes, right? This song ain't that. But it feels so hard because it's like there's something so just like sorrowful that feels like it's just as special as any rap record that we've talked about. Like, this is my go-to shower song. And the thing is, yo, you can play this song at any club at the right time and the entire dance floor shuts down. Like, any DJ is going to spin this record differently than you would any other traditional R&B song, right? Like, if they're just playing cuts that are banger, 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 and depending on how you mix this and stuff like that, you put this on, you've captured everybody. This shit is like something that Pied Pipers will play, and it shuts everyone up. This could stop wars, bro.
It's soulful, bro. It's transcendent. Like, this is straight up an R&B song, but it is on every hip hop list. It is on every, like, everybody, look, when he says one time, he rhymes it with 2 times. There you go. There's your hip hop.
That's it.
Doesn't matter. It just has the feel of that. And yes, when it says hit him with the bridge and she just belts out that shit, it hits you. It hits you right here. You cannot play the Roberta Flack version at the club. No, you cannot. Exactly. And it's just, this song to me is just one of those timeless classics. Transcendent in many ways. Like, not everybody can do a remake. Not everybody can do a remake that is. Well, I mean, this is a remake of the Roberta Flack original, right?
But like, I feel like there's enough people that probably are disassociated from Roberta Flack now, right? Like, there's Gen Z and Gen Alpha that would have no idea. But like, I know right now it's really simple to just start remaking songs, at least just taking the sample.
Well,
has anybody redone Killing Me?
Gen Alpha doesn't even know this track.
Yeah,
they don't.
I was just about to say. I mean, unless their family or somebody like that's really,
your mama wake up on Sunday morning and start cleaning the house, and this is playing. That's the only way they probably ever heard the song.
Yeah, or just says, "Hey, come and listen to some music, some real music, or something like that," right?
Fair.
But Kolby, now that you say that, as great as this song is, and as high as this song deserves to be, I might rethink that this is considered a hip hop record. I think we consider it a hip hop record because the Fugees is a hip hop group.
Yeah.
The majority of the songs on the album is hip hop. So we give this a pass. But yeah, from a technical standpoint, this is not a hip hop or a rap song.
Right.
But
lyric straight up, no. One of the reasons I still do it is, and it might not even count, but I also think the beat itself. The beat, the drum, the break beat, the don't, and going into it. I can hear somebody finding their way to rap on this. But Jay, you sure you've had some time, and y'all can add whatever y'all want to add. But like, speak on "Killing Me Softly," and then let us know where you think which one's gonna be 38, which one's gonna be 39.
This track always makes me feel like melancholic, like nostalgic for something that really, I don't even think that I knew I was missing. It's just one of those things where it's like, if you listen to the lyrics, if you listen to the beat of this song, it resonates deep in my chest when I hear it. You're right. You could have this song spun up in a club at any point in time. You're a dick of a DJ if you do it right before last call. I think it would be hilarious personally. But, a wedding, a funeral, like, there's no place like a high school dance, like a reception, a quinceañera. There's no place where this song really isn't an acceptable bop. You can say, like, I've agreed with KB a lot of what he said. Sorry, Words are hard. I don't English well. I do think this is a rap record, though. That's just it. Like, because rap comes from poetry, this is a very poetic song. I think that because it's a slower jam than like a lot of people are used to, and a lot of what ends up being on a lot of people's lists, especially like a top 100, for it to still stand out and be this high up on a list, it obviously resonates with enough people and still falls under that category. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me.
Kolby, KB, anything before Jay makes his decision here?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, couldn't be two completely different songs, which makes this so much better. But what are you putting at 38, sir? What are you putting at 39?
Oh, this is a wide divide, but I had it as soon as I heard the one time with the one time. 39 is Flavor in Your Ear. 38 is Killing Me Softly. Like, it, not to like fillet the Fugees any more than they need to be, but 38 is a perfect spot for the song in the top 100. Like, are there better songs? Yes. Are there worse songs? Absolutely. Would it go very much higher than this? Maybe mid to high 20s, but I don't think it's going to get very much farther than that. But this track, both of these tracks are great. I'm sorry, KB, I did not mean to say.
No, I'm saying, I was going to say, to be fair, like, if anybody was to just run up on me and go, Flavor in the Air remix, Killing Me Softly, which one you put higher? It's gonna be Killing Me Softly. Like, so
I think it's a definitive song. I really do. Like, even as a quote unquote remake, I think this is a definitive song. When you mention the Fugees, I think this is the first song that really pops into anybody's head when 100%. Like asked. Like, you know what I mean?
And you know what's funny? This is the first Fugees song on the list. Whether or not it's the last, we will find out. And I'll tell you this, I have a posse cut bias. Flavor in the Air would have been higher for me just because I love posse cuts. I just absolutely do. But it doesn't matter because both of them getting their due. Flavor in the Air remix, number 39. Killing Me Softly with his song, with this song. Jay told me before, with his soul. You didn't know the song. It doesn't matter. It's still iconic. But I didn't mean to move the banners away. Don't move the banners away. Number 37, and it's story time, y'all. Shout out to my boy Shannon. Last time I talked to this dude, he was living in Pensacola, Florida, but I met him my freshman year, high school in Oxnard, one of the other million places that I've lived. And man came up to me one day and told me, hey, he called. So the first time I met him, he thought I said, my name is Amaru. And he said, I said, my name is Otto. So he called me Otto. I've had this one of the most random nicknames I've ever had in my life. But he said, yo, Otto, I need you to rap the beat. I need you to rap the words to Grindin' so I can do the beat on the cafeteria table right now. Do you know the words? And I'm like, yes. Yes, I do. And if you do not have a high school or middle school story experience with somebody it's like, fam, grinding. Like, there's a reason that 20 years later, 25 years later, Clips basically shuts down the popular culture and media of hip hop when they come out with the new album, and that album is fire from front to fucking back. And Malice, aka No Malice, comes back and reminds you that while everybody loves Pusha, he used to also just be Big Brother energy all day, every day, and in a lot of those songs, and them going back and forth. This song Pharrell was already on the map, and he put him more on the map. It put Virginia, where all they do is cook, on the map. It put these twos as one of the top duos of all time. This beat is timeless, absolutely timeless. The entirety of high school for millennials is this song, 100% at all times. And yes, King Push is great, but he's still little brother. He is still little brother to Malice. I think that this song began everybody's journey to wondering what it was like and thinking they could cook. And for 20 years, over and over and over again. We just went back to, I'm never going to do it, but let me listen to clips real quick. And I just give me the cocaine bars over and over and over and over again. This song is amazing and timeless. I had it highest at 37. Kolby, go ahead, sir. You had it next highest, number 96.
Cocaine rap wasn't really my thing. However, when you can infuse a song that matched up with high school culture, that I think like universally, if I look at a lunch table, I look at a pencil, I feel most inclined. It is undeniable, right? You give me a lunch table, you give me a pencil, I'm going to town, right? That's iconic. The bars are, I'm your pusher. This is a song not suitable for kids in any way. But like you said, it is timeless. I've heard this played at weddings, bro. Like this is like, I'm sure that somebody has probably made this into a wedding march. And I wouldn't be like mad at it whatsoever. It is hard, right? And the fact that this comes from like not just two brothers that like are equally on the same playing field. Like we've seen brotherly acts, right? Like I don't think that Malice ever's like, yo, I'm about to like big bro. And I think it's because we give so much credit to like Push's just consistency, like posts like, Malice how leaving the group and stuff like that, doing this thing with the Lord and everything like that, and coming back. And like it's great that we're doing this at the same time that they're celebrating this Clips renaissance, even though it felt like the Clips necessarily didn't go away, right? It is crazy. It's been 20 plus years. And like this put a particular sound and spotlight on, that VA area, and being able to have the Neptunes heavily produce this. Like this is great.
100%. This is amazing.
Grinding.
KB, you had it at 149, sir.
Yeah, when this song came out, I don't know. I like grinding, don't get me wrong. And like you, Kolby, I wasn't a fan of constant cocaine raps. That being said, I put them down there because I'm not afraid to say Clips is not one of my favorite groups. I don't think they're trash. They're just not my favorite. I'm still giving this new album a listen. Right off the bat, I'm kind of like, it's cool. I'm still gonna give it a couple more listens to see if I feel different. I've realized in my older years that I kind of have to do that with pretty much anything that came out after 2010. I have to because I've heard so much crap since then. It's just kind of like, okay, I gotta desensitize myself from the crap that I've heard and get through all of that and like really listen. But anyway, that being said, I think everything that everyone said so far about this particular song, we got to give a lot of props to the Neptunes, because I feel like the Neptunes beats carry a lot of weight for a lot of the songs that we love from that era. I don't think enough enough acknowledgement has been given to them and what they do on the production side of things. I mean, we always talk about Pharrell because Pharrell, big nose face, is always in the picture, right? But we gotta talk about Chad's genius as well.
100%.
In putting these beats together. So, but only because it's not a personal favorite of mine. And I mean, no, not grinding. I like grinding, but Clips isn't a personal favorite group of mine. And I really didn't, as far as I'm concerned, I didn't really see or know too many other Clips songs that I felt needed to be on the list. But I'm not mad at where it's at.
Yeah. Jay, This was the one you said you knew about, but you were less familiar on the list. The only one on the list. Where's
it's the
Grinding?
only one on the list. So, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know this track. I was a little too young for it. I wasn't in high school when this song dropped, so like I missed it by like this much. But at the exact same point in time, from ghetto to ghetto, backyard to yard, like everybody knows this. I am also not a fan of like cocaine rap. I was finding this was the era in which I was heavily into Wu-Tang. I was heavily into like Immortal Technique, but this song always keeps popping up. And you're right, bro, this song does go hard. I don't think that anybody has ever done more, except for maybe Chasing Dragons with a pencil on a desk. Like, it's really just that. You hear this and you're like, holy fuck, okay, I might not like everything that's being said in here. And it's not because like, oh, it's offending my sensitive fucking soul or some shit. It's more along the lines like, hey, it's just, this isn't the type of music that like I like. I like hip hop. I like some really gory stuff. You know, horrorcore is there. This is the polar opposite of that, in my opinion. But it's still savage. Honestly, the Tiny Desk version of this is probably my favorite, because there is a point where they do break out a pencil and start just going hard on the desk.
Ooh, I was going to mention that, though. I was going to mention somebody memed it. They were mad because dude didn't do the pencil. He did it two hands. And it was a whole video where it was like,
I literally just watched it yesterday.
He does it with two hands. I saw it too. He does it with two hands. And
okay.
And when he did it with two hands, I was like, and when he did it with two hands, I was like, I'm gonna give you this because we had to do it. But where's the pencil, bro? Where's the pencil at? But nah, I feel you. Yeah.
If anything, Tiny Desk is the reason why NPR should not be defunded. I'm just gonna put that out there right now, 100%. Just keep giving me Tiny Desk concerts. That's all I need. We had backed that message. We had backed that ass up. No, you're good. You're good. That infamous 15 to 30 seconds where everybody who was born after the year 1995 got ready. It just needs to, it needs to keep going. Y'all don't want to defund Elmo. I don't want to defund Tiny Desk. But no, this message.
100%. 100%. But yeah, we got Grinding at number 37. So we gonna keep it moving. Coming in at number 36, we have a top 10 song on one person's list here. And I'm going to let that person start this off. The niggas in Paris, they here. Kolby has it at number 5. I had it at 113. KB had it at 163. And Jay-Z is back again. And then we got the other guy. But Jay, go ahead, Kolby. This is your number 5. Speak on it, my guy.
So, you will find that as I constructed this list, there was an overwhelming influence of Ye in my life. It's undeniable. I can separate art from the artist. Ye and Jay speak to me in a way that not many folks could have. And when they teamed up to be able to put this album together, and they go overseas to Great Paris and bring us an undeniable, certifiable banger. And to even have the great Will Ferrell come up on here and just drop one of the greatest. Just want to get the crowd going. Yo. There's a simplicity to like this beat. And there's so many like stacks and layers of just like hard like instrumentation, and the amount of cool. I will say, as Ye's my favorite rapper, Jay bodies this song, and it is like I respect J and B, but J and Ye's better. That's how much I love this song, bro. Like, yo, niggas in Paris. When I got a chance in 2019 to go to Paris, this was just this was everything for me, bro. I felt so seen, right? I felt so seen. This song so hard. I didn't mean. I bought so hard. The egocentric man that I am, this is my anthem.
Jay, I'm gonna go to you for this because every time this man comes up, which maybe it'll happen again, we talk about him because the art from artist situation is the thing. And yeah, man. Speak on the song, speak on the elephant in the room. Go ahead, bring it out, bro.
I don't like Nazis, white or black. I don't fucking care. I'm sorry if I can't swear on here. If you got to bleep me out,
yes, you can. Fucking do it. Fucking
all right. Fucking A. All right. Full send. No. First off, I would like to bring up a lyric. I know it's from a different artist, Razkaz featuring Apollo Brown. Kanye West gear sports Confederate flags while Kanye's ancestors' heads were in Confederate bags. He's always been problematic ever since he lost his mama, like I was talking to Rue before this show started. That boy's got problems. I wish him nothing but the best in life. I hope he gets some therapy. But we cannot separate art from a living artist. That phrase is not meant for an artist while they are alive. That is meant to separate an artist who was problematic while they were alive after they have died. He hasn't necessarily died. I can't even really say his career has died. 2 marriages have died. Most of his career has fallen off. The only people who really like him are still on fucking Twitter or X or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I will say I do like this beat. This beat goes so fucking hard, though. Every time you hear it, you just want to fuck yeah. You just want to rock to it. And then you can find other artists who are doing shit on this track. But will it go so hard as ball so hard motherfuckers want to find me? No, it won't. It's really hard in the context of trying to figure out whether or not you truly support your own ideals and beliefs while still trying to support music, especially, young people or, youngish people when you find them. I found Kanye through the Chappelle Show. That's how I found him. When he did the opening for the Chappelle Show, that was the first time I'd ever heard him. And that was before his first album dropped. It was great. I loved it. I was here for it. College Dropout, phenomenal fucking album. There's some other shit that goes on. And then as time goes on, the egotistic mindset comes forth. And then I'm sorry, bro. I have to say, you can't just literally sit there and say, I love Hitler on a fucking podcast and then be like, oh, that was a joke. No, it wasn't, bro. You're literally out here wearing swastikas and shit. I need you to calm down. I need you to relax. Just go back to making music, but please take your medication.
Something. Yeah, we had to bring it up, and it might not be the first time we bring it up today. But I've always been in the middle where with art from artist thing. I lean, I think, a little bit more Kolby side than Jay side. But all that shit is valid, 100% valid. Again, just such a sad thing that what happened to his mama, what's going on with him. The song in general, though, I fucking love this beat. I love the way Jay goes at it. I will say the first time I heard it, and when Kanye was going to the mall, I had to say, Jay, can we get married at the mall? I had to warm up to that stuff. But when he slips in the bar, Mary Kate and Ashley, and you're like, okay, yeah, this is the Kanye at that point where I knew him. This is the one. This is the Kanye that College Dropout, the Late Registration that I loved. But yeah, man, this is one of the songs that man, they played it 6-7 times in a row in Paris, just over and over and over again. I don't think it gets old for me. And I do love the beat switch at the end, the static, the hard static that hits. Boom, tss, boom, boom. Tss. It fits perfectly. And it's a reminder that Jay-Z is arguably one of the GOATs, point blank period. KB, you had it at 163, sir.
Yeah, this song was a bop when it came out. In the clubs, cookouts, wherever, it's a bop. Kanye, still in my mind, is one of the greatest producers of all time in the realm of hip hop. And Jay-Z is a GOAT. It was disappointing disappointing that we didn't get a second Watch the Throne. I think just the cuts on that album alone was justifiable enough for us to get a second one. But between Jay and Kanye's relationship. It definitely started falling apart more after that whole robbery situation in Paris, ironically enough. Um, things really started going down south. And I mean, as far as like the whole, although I don't really like to go deep into stuff on this program, on this podcast. Um, but a lot of people, struggle with the concept that Jay was talking about as far as separating artists from the artwork. And I mean, I think arguments can be made that dead or alive, there are people whose arts that we enjoy that probably were dickheads, asshole, or shitheads. I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you know, um, if you like the art, you like the art. I don't think anybody, and I'm not saying you are doing this, Jay, but I don't think anybody should be judged for still liking Kanye's music or still bumping R. Kelly just because they're creepazoids or assholes. That's just what it is.
I'm not saying that. I
Yeah,
want
no.
that. I want that to be known. Like,
Yeah.
I don't take what you're saying. Like, I'm hearing what you're saying. Is what I'm saying.
No, I understood what you said too. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
and
yeah,
that's why I love
if
having
his
all y'all on
rhetoric-
there because I know y'all go. I know all y'all go like go real. So
also real quick before you talk,
rhetoric,
real quick, Kobe, before you say anything, the one thing I will say I did not like about this song is the title. Because you know how I feel about that word, Amaru. You know how I feel about that. I don't refer to my peoples as that at all. I don't like to be referred to as that. I think as a culture, we have far surpassed that word and like what it represents. So like, why still use it? But that's not a fight I'm willing to fight anymore. Okay, but that's my only other thing about that song. But go ahead, Kobe.
Yeah.
maybe he does.
Yeah. If the rhetoric was starting to blend into the art, that's where it becomes really hard to separate, right? Someone has been rocking with Ye since the early 2000s and has seen the downfall and has tried to reach out to folks like inside that circle to kind of get a better understanding. I think we can all deeply see as someone who's very, very troubled. It does not absolve him from the hurt that he causes to other marginalized groups. The unfortunate thing is that he really straddles a line between genius and mad genius, but I also believe that he's purposely hurtful. And I think that he does kind of couch on this being art to allow him to kind of play both sides. While I don't believe that he's in his best headspace, I think he's fully aware and is waiting for the best time to be like, yo, it was all a joke. Like there's a part of this that is almost like performance art. I hope I'm so wrong about that. I believe that as the king of compartmentalization that I am, I can't necessarily explain too far as why I'm able to put that shit in a box. And also to know that this represents a very, in my opinion, a small sliver into like his life. And for me, the line hasn't been crossed yet. I'm absolutely fine if it has for others, though. And I want them to keep holding that motherfucker's feet to its fire. So while I can celebrate this song, I can look into the camera like, yo, yay, if for some reason somebody sends this to you, bro, you're hurting people and it's not cool. And you're capable of so much greater things. And you have young children that want to love and look up to you and want to celebrate your music too. And as dope as Niggas in Paris is, let's not taint that by some shit that don't matter.
Yeah. Hey, and I brought these people on because can't not talk about it. And we're just gonna put this out there now. We're gonna talk about him in like one of these next songs. He's coming up but before him, I'm gonna go to a song that like for a while I hadn't listened to in a long time. And I played it this week and I said, oh my God, this beat is probably one of the hardest ever. Because when LL Cool J was that dude popularity wise, and everybody remembered, oh, this motherfucker's a rapper, and Mama Said Knock You Out started. Damn. KB, you have this song at 25. Go ahead and speak on it, sir.
So when I came into this country, 89. I did not really wasn't fully ingrained in hip hop or rap music until probably late 90, early 91. By that time I was familiar with LL and a little bit of his music pre 89. And like a lot of rappers at that time, they had the same, a similar type of cadence and flow and stuff like that. But you know, especially around that time, LL wasn't looked at by the masses as the tough guy rapper, right? I mean, it's in his name, ladies love Cool J, right? He definitely was doing this for the ladies, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Still see it down there, Jay. You still see it down there.
You know what I'm saying? So, but as a kid, as a youth, when this song came out, I was like, oh, okay. This is probably one of his better tough guy songs. He's had other tough guy songs since then that just wasn't believable. But this, Mama Said Knock You Out, that was the one. And I mean, again, that was the joint that get you hype. Like, that was the workout song. That was the, you know what I mean? That was the, are we about to go handle some business song, you know? That was that joint. So it was really refreshing to see at that time, like, so many people, like, going crazy over this side of LL. Like, oh, okay, all right, I see what you're doing, all right. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Like, that was cool to see. And I want to say, too, no, that wasn't tied to that. That was later on. I was about to say that. I want to say like it was tied to that whole situation he had with cannabis, but this was before that.
No, this was before cannabis. There's a line in here. I think Kumo D is still getting some of it.
Yes. That's what it was. Yep. Yeah. So, and they was going at it for a while too. A lot of people don't know that. They was going at each other for a long time. But yeah, man, it was just one of those very popular, very enjoyable, and very surprising from LL to come like that on a record. I guess that was the ether before ether for that time.
Yeah, 100%. For me, if you listen to KB, I want your opinions now on this. So you weren't a fan of like My Radio or I'm Bad. You kind of thought that was a little bit of a front on him? Because I hear I'm Bad, and I'm like, yeah, that's tough guy LL, like getting in it before he started doing I Need Love.
Yeah, I feel like he was trying too hard to be hard then, and it was like, bro, your name is Ladies Love Cool J, like, and you had you created a lane for yourself that a lot of people really didn't even think of at that time, man. And it was working for you. Like, yo, not for nothing. Being in that, he was Drake before Drake.
Yes.
He was Drake before Drake.
People forget that.
He was Drake before Drake. Nobody back then was really thinking, oh, I'm going to make lyrics to pull the ladies in. Nobody was really thinking that. And he was doing it. He was making, and I'm not trying to like downplay the rest of his like or all of his catalog or anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, the man found his market and his market worked for him. He was able to keep the lights on in Def Jam. To the 100%. Point where Def Jam is, well, I mean, Def Jam hasn't been Def Jam since, I don't know, like the early 2000s. But he put that label on his back and made it the monster that it was. So yeah, like say what you want about. I mean, people could say what they want about him at that time, but when you look back at it now, as grown adults, LL was that he was that guy. He was that guy.
100%. For me, this song, not only lyrically does it hit, like there was a recent question going around, what's one of the best openings in hip hop? And Don't Call It a Comeback is one of the early ones that just, as soon as you hear that, just bam. Needle drops in all the movies. Just, it's not even a needle drop, it's a lyric drop because they start with that one. But the beat,
As soon as you hear that,
as soon as you hear that, and he goes to the bridge and it's gangsta boogie, and the end,
Yeah.
I excel, they all fell, I excel. Like, and LL on top of that, just the energy he goes. It's hilarious if you look at LL in interviews, right? And you listen to him talk and you realize, LL, you are a weird, out there dude. He'd be saying some wild shit, like, and don't give a damn. And you really pay attention to the way he kind of attacks some of this. And my 9 is easy to load. He don't give no shits on this. In his delivery, in the words, I'm pretty sure there are a couple people who can look up and down and say, pause for a second, up and down this song, and it just goes hard. That's what I love about this. That's what I love about listening to it more often than I have, just being reminded how hard as hell this song is. Kolby, you had it lower on your list, but you did have it on it. Where were you? Because I remember when this song and this video, another iconic video, came out for me. What about you? Where were you with that?
I realized at a really early age that I was a lover, not a fighter. So I Need Love is way more my lane of LL. Nothing to say about this because it was just me and my mama for the first 7 years of my life till my stepdaddy came in, and there was something about this that she wanted me to like this song. Yeah, mama said knock you. It felt like I wasn't going to the gym, right? I didn't have no beef with nobody to be able to put this on, so it wasn't getting me revved up, but it was fun. I think I started to really like the song more when it started getting parodied on A Living Color.
Parodied on A Living Color, hell yeah.
With JJ Jimmy Walker.
Yeah. Oh, wait,
that was definitely more so the sketches and the parodies and stuff like that is what worked for me. I'm coming
in and out, but we got the message. We got the message. Jay, how you feel about Mama Said Knock You Out? You put again. You said ladies indeed love Cool James as your secondary tag over there.
Indeed love Cool James. I have never heard a song go so hard and be so corny at the exact same point in time. I am not gonna lie. This is a great song. Do not get me wrong, but there's a lyric in here, and when I pull out my jammy, and I'm just like, okay, you got to give it a little bit of leeway because it's 1990. There's not a lot of slang. There's a lot of slang, but there's not a lot of slang. I'm saying, but bruh, the beat goes hard. I love it every time it pops up. When it was in, I can't remember. They brought it back as a commercial again a couple of years ago for a Super Bowl, and I was like, none of my friends know this song. I'm the only person who actually knows this song. What is it? Raining down like a monsoon. There's so many good lines in here, and then when you go through it, you pick through it bar for bar. You like you said, there's a lot of places where you could be like, hey, yo, pause. Hey, yo, wait, what?
Wild shit.
But I think both KB and Kolby are right. And you to a degree. You talked about him being in interviews, just say some wild out of pocket shit. That's great. He wanted to get out. Apparently, he wanted to be an actor. I remember him in Deep Blue Sea. I remember him in Last Holiday with Queen Latifah.
Blue is that is like a shark's fin. Hard but corny as hell.
Yeah, hard but corny as fuck. It's just wild. But we can't sit here and say that from the late 80s to early 90s, this man did not have a fucking impeccable run. And I think that this is the capstone to that. What do you say when Mama says? Mama says knock you out, bro. Like 100%. There's nothing left to say about it. The hardest and corniest song at the exact same time. Paradox.
Last thing I'll say about it, I think this is one of the easiest songs to needle drop, just period, whether it's the beat, but like it just was in Transformers Rise of the Beast when Bumblebee came back for the 50 millionth time in this franchise. The second you see him come back, it's don't call it a comeback, and he just goes. And this will always be a great song for any comeback, for any person in the movie coming back from the dead or fake that, whatever. Just put this one on. Just put this one on. And it's dope as hell. I also will always look again, like, and it's not wild and appropriate shit. It's just wild stuff that nobody believes. Headsprung. What's that line in Headsprung? They call me Big LA. Nobody called you Big LA. LL. Nobody in their lifetime of life ever called you Big LA. And what are you talking about? But we was in the club.
Everybody get my head sprung.
Maybe it was somebody in his circle. Maybe it was his circle of friends that call him Big Ellie. We don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I would like to.
It was all of the moms of the girls listening to his tracks that were calling him Big Ellie.
I sure shit wasn't calling him no Big Ellie for sure.
No, yes, not at all. Like everybody was listening to it. Again, you were talking about Pharrell. I was like, yeah, 2000s Pharrell and Timbaland. Those were the dudes. And Kanye, but like you heard the beat, and then he said they called me Big LA, and everybody was like, wait, whoa. Before we start this song, what are you talking about, my guy? Wild. It's always been hilarious. But we're gonna go from 35. We said he was coming back. He came back. Kanye West back again with Selena Johnson, number 34. All Falls Down. Funnily enough, also my number 34. And for me, it took me a while. I think that my absolute favorite song of Kanye's is Drive Slow and the Drive Slow remix. But that is because of Paul Wall and that verse he has on that that I mentioned a long time ago. I think is the second favorite. This is my second favorite hip hop verse of all time. But ranking wise, putting everything together, I don't think Kanye West has put together a bigger song, a better song put together musically than this one. I think this song, production-wise, having Selena Johnson absolutely just go through your soul, starting with her, and then, I can't sing, but no, whatever. You hear it in your head. Absolutely beautiful voice. But like the bars that Kanye drops in this, like couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. Even if you in a Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe. Like just the video with another person that everybody is like, what happened to you? We lost you. Stacey Dash. Where'd you go? Stacey, where'd you go? What happened? But that video to me is iconic. And this to me was Kanye at his best. When like he got contemplative, when he got inside himself, musically showing off with the string instruments, using Selena's voice for the chorus and for the beat. I don't know if anybody's seen that memes where the dudes like react to like how they were in the studio. Like you go and like how when people get mad, like when like say the Control verse and Kendrick got on, and then you look at Big Sean and Big Sean is like, fuck is this? They got one for this song where every time Selena wants to go in and cuts her off, she's like, my bad. That meme is kind of hilarious. I love this, but I like this song is soulful, it's beautiful, and I personally think it's the best song that he has put together, point blank period for me, and that's why I have it so high. Jay, again, I'm gonna go right back to you, sir. Song wise, how you feel about All Falls Down?
Lyrically, this song is great. Like 100%. This is Kanye West doing his Kanye best, to me, in my opinion. Using Selena's voice throughout the entire thing, I think really does help just build this like emotional sense for this song. But like his storytelling ability, I'm like I said, I have issues with the guy. It doesn't mean that I am one of these people who can't listen to a song. I can still listen to a song and realize that I don't agree with somebody ideologically, he put his whole ass in this, bro. Like 100%. This is a song that like I really do feel he committed to. He felt his music, the relatability, exactly. But there's something about hearing Selena's voice throughout this entire thing where it's like that's what keeps bringing me back. Kanye's there, yes, he's building this entire fucking narrative throughout the entire song, but that girl's voice is just so fucking amazing, dude. I'm just like, every time I hear it, I'm like, what the shit? How have I not listened to everything she's ever done?
Yeah, 100%.
Good song. Like, people contain multitudes. I can hate somebody for their political views or ideological views, but like I said, when we were talking about Neighbors in Paris, this is completely different. Like, this is the Kanye West that I wish we still had today. Yeah.
Like looking at the lyrics again, like hair so long that it looked like weave, that she cut it all off. Now she looked like Eve. Like just the relatability of you trying to live your life, figure out your life. Kolby, you added at 98. One Kanye song that's not in your top 25. Hilarious. No, go speak on it.
Yo, I think like once again, it's all about the structure, how I put together the 200. I knew this thing was going to float up there. Kind of be hard not to. I'm excited to see the rest of what kind of all comes out with the numbers of it. But so like what was just said with regards to like the difference between All Falls Down and Niggas in Paris. Niggas in Paris ain't about shit. It's not. It is two verses, the chorus sung twice. That's it. It's not about nothing. It just gets the people going. I think what I love the mastery and artistry of Kanye for me was how much, because like there were songs that I loved from him that came out way before College Dropout, still made its way kind of on there, right? 2 Words, you know, and all this other stuff. And it's like with this, I think conceptually, the way that this particular record, the storytelling is so on point, and it mirrors so much of like the struggle of like that aspirational version of like what he wanted for himself or what America teaches us to want for ourselves, but like that's not how shit works out. And the struggle of being Black and finding relationships and love and then money and expectation. Like there was so much of this while I was navigating, you know, my late stage high school career that I thought this shit was just like, what do I want to do next, man? And I'm actively like with a girlfriend at this time. I want to bring this chick along when I go to Cali and whatnot. Like man, it was beautiful. Like, I think this song is so well produced. I think the lyricism in this is like, yo, there's like, he's talking a lot on this. And like, I love that he looks at the 2 different point of views between she's so self-conscious, I'm so self-conscious. He gets it, right? Even when like, he don't want to get it. Like, he really does get it. I think that he was miles ahead of where he thought that he like was, and it was a challenge to kind of bottle all that up. And there's still so much to really like from him. I just wish I could shake the dumb shit out of him. You know, like like I said, it is damn near perfect. Like truly, College Dropout is one of the greatest rap albums of all time. And like this song is maybe like, I think, yeah, it's like it's number 5 for me, fam.
KB, you had a 135, sir.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I will say not so much. I guess there might be a tiny bit of relatability when I hear this song, but definitely more understanding of what he's talking about in this song, right? You know, the first verse where he's talking about the girl, you know, trying to figure out shit. We all literally, even at my big age, still trying to figure out shit. I realize that that's just life, period. Life is you figuring out shit and trying to enjoy it as much as you can while you have it, right? And then in the next verse, talking about, you know, buying all the fancy clothes and the jewelry you know, to be more accepted in society, essentially. You know what I mean? And still not really being accepted in society. You know what I mean? Because he mentions that in the
Single
in the
black
third,
people
in the
addicted to
next verse,
retail.
right? He mentions, and then he mentions that in the next verse, like all this work we doing to be accepted, and society still don't accept us. Fuck them. You know what I mean? So this song is a very deep song, even though people was jamming to it in the clubs. I think I ain't gonna say everybody, but I do think the message kind of went over a lot of people's heads, which it shouldn't, because he didn't use any like crazy metaphors or anything like that. It was straight down the line, like
Straight to the point.
straight to the point. So I mean, unless you was high out your mind, you really could not miss that. I
Yo,
definitely.
KB, does this feel like the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the most studio playable conscious rap that there was at this time, right?
I would say, yeah, especially for that time, because you got to remember, we talking about a time in hip hop where it was exploding, and people were throwing money at it left and right because they were like, "Oh, I want to get in on this action now," right? So yeah, I would say at this juncture, when he dropped that song, where everybody talking street stuff, coke stuff, party stuff, or nothing at all, he was one of the few people that was giving us something straight to the point. You know, nothing that will go over our heads for the most part, and it was enjoyable at the same time, which is a hard thing to do when you're talking about the business of music. It's hard to make something that you can remember and sing along to, and kind of understand and relate to a degree. So he really did his thing with this song. I think right now where we at with 34, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, it's a great song, man.
Yeah, like I said, I added in my own 34, and Jay's been putting bars in the private chat, and I'll just say the most playable, most populist based song that could say, I say fuck the police, that's how I treat them. We buy our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom, and everybody was rocking with it. It was crazy, man. It was dope. But we move on to number 33. So now 2 of these guys on screen right now are probably the 2 people I think of when 2 words come to mind. And that's Wu-Tang. Like me and KB with Wu-Tang, we've been talking about it. As Jay mentioned, if you didn't know the inside joke, we were a trivia team, Old Dirty's Chinese Food Restaurant. That was our team name because Wu's for the children. And we don't have a Wu-Tang song.
Diversify your bonds.
Diversify, homie. Diversify. We don't have a technical Wu-Tang song on this list in this section. We got it on the list. But when the Ice Cream Man is coming and you got Ray and Meth and Ghostface and Capadonna on there, it's a beautiful thing. Jay, I'm gonna go to
Don't
you
disrespect
first.
Cap like that, bro. Don't do that.
He was I look. When you said don't disrespect Rampage, I was with you. But like we talked about Triumph about a good 5 weeks ago,
bro. Daytona 500. Daytona 500, bro. That's all I have to say. Listen to that track, man.
I gotta listen to that track. I'm not gonna disrespect him fully, but I know all the time dude that comes on and I'm like, all right, this is cool, but I need to move on. Anyway, Jay, I'm gonna go to you first because it's Wu-Tang all day, man. Wu-Tang all day.
Bro, I will literally just give you the opening lines from Method Man, bro. Get all up in your guts. French vanilla, butter pecan, chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes get touched and scooped in my ice cream truck. Wu tears it up. Come on, bro. You can say that this isn't a Wu-Tang song all you want. This is 100% a Wu-Tang song. They brought everything they needed to. This beat is fucking iconic. The fact that there's an Ice Cream Part 2 out there. Shout out Razkaz if y'all haven't listened to it. It is actually kind of funny. He does a really good job with it. But this is literally just a song about loving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say what you want, like, oh, the lyrics don't match up with that. But the entire message of this overall story is, I love pussy. 100%. Like there ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I was watching one of your guys' older episodes where you were like, you guys were talking about Baby Got Back. You're like, nobody talks about titties,
all of it,
ass and pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? My neck, my back. Like, let's be real here. This song is fucking phenomenal. And the fact that I listened to the song when I was way too young, and I mean incredibly too young, did not get it, is the same way that I feel when my sister, who was 11 years old, listened to Candy Shop by 50. Like, no, you cannot do this. No, I will beat up anybody that you say these lyrics to, and I will not feel bad about it. I look back, this song still a bop, bro. I listen to this on a weekly basis. This is in my Wu-Tang playlist. That's how much I feel that this is still a Wu-Tang song. Like, there's nobody here who has a miss, bro. This entire shit from the first verse to the chorus, everybody kills it.
KB, since you mentioned it, we gotta figure out what's that song about titties you heard after Baby Got Back last week.
I literally was watching. I think it was.
It's called
Preacher.
Ass and Titties.
I was watching a show called. I was watching a show called Preacher, and there was a song on there, and it was talking about titties, like they were screaming titties the whole song, and I was like, oh, okay, so there's a hip hop song about titties out here. I should have saved it so I could have brought it on here, but I didn't even cross my mind at the time.
But Kolby, you actually had it highest out of all three of us. Wait, go ahead, Jay. Jay, what up?
Sorry, there is so. I don't think it's the one that he's thinking of, but there is Ass and Titties by 3 6 Mafia.
I've heard ass and titties.
Yeah.
And big booty bitches. Ass and titties. Ass and titties.
And big booty bitches.
Big booty bitches. Kolby, you actually had it highest out of everybody. You had it at 26, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is stoop music. This is where you pull out a milk crate. It's just you and your boys with nothing to do. And when you had no money, the only thing that you did to validate you, a part of you and your crew, is how you mac the girls. And this took me back to a time where that was my greatest value, was my mouth box, and how I could be able to work it. And just being able to appreciate, young girls at that particular time and all of their beautiful assets. I think that this is an immature song, but that was the entire point of the 90s, right? We could have been out doing some other wild and wicked things, and we are elevated men now. We were young boys then, but this song spoke to our most immature senses, and it was a banger. For a while, I would get this confused with Cream because there's something about it sonically that felt so similar, right? It's almost like a kind of like a sister to it, even though it's coming from a very different space lyrically. But this was definitely something that like just puts me back to what it was like being 10 years old with my baggy jeans sagging and thinking that I had all the game in the world just to be able to spit to anybody because I didn't have no money.
I mean, he meant ass, but we got it. KB, you had it next. There it is. You had it next at number 79, man.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Forever. This song, when it came out, what year was that? Because I think I was in high school.
90-something. I remember when it came out.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was definitely
it was 95.
Yeah, I was definitely in high school. I was either a sophomore or a junior around that time. But yeah, so
Kevin Hart. Damn.
So yeah, when that song came out, and it's funny because Kolby kind of said it, right? He was like, when he said like that was the song that made him feel like I could holler at all the honeys, right? Like that is exactly because that came out around the summertime too. So it was right on time for that whole vibe. Yeah, thank you, because I had to it was an eyebrow raise when he said that, and I was like, because we in the pause era now, So I just but anyway, but yeah, no, everything that Kolby said, I connect with because that's exactly. And I think that's exactly the feel that they were looking for when they put that song out. It's like, man, it's summertime. We about to go out. It's gonna be cookouts. It's gonna be bad women all around us, girl, light skin, dark skin, summer dresses, booty shorts, like all of that is gonna be out there. Let's go, let's get to it. Let's get, you know what I mean? And man, that summer was probably like one of the best summers ever, man. Like, cause right, but and that song really popped off a lot of, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, and it's Wu-Tang, so it had to be up here. Period.
Yeah. I had to get it on here at 157. I'll go like this. 95, I knew the song. I knew exactly what they were talking about in terms of women. But I was also 8, so I wasn't looking past that. And there were a lot more songs that were out from the Wu in general at that same time. And for me, I think the beat, especially as a younger kid, was a little slower. So it was a little harder to like really get into it or as other beats. But I recognize like Method Man was one of my favorites out at that time. Bring the Pain was hot. I absolutely loved that song at that time. And like we talked about duos, people always forget how good, how great the back and forth between Ray and Ghostface was. Like the two of them together. That's why the two of them are together at the end of Triumph, because they're back and forth with Raekwon's gutter, just gully, the dude actually doing the dirt in the crew before the crew became the crew, and you juxtapose that with Ghostface higher pitch, the big gold eagle on the damn wrist, fully pimped out, just everything, which I'll say is another dynamic we will talk about before this video ends with another duo. It was immaculate. So it's lower on my list just because like when it came out, I was younger to not like appreciate the full scope. And then also musically, like there were other songs hitting, but there was no way I wasn't putting this on here. And I'm loving how high that it ended up getting, because I'm not used to seeing Ice Cream as high on many lists as this one. So I'm loving where it's at. But what I will say, a song that hit right at the right time for me, and just worked. I said we was gonna talk about him a lot. Bombs Over Motherfucking Baghdad. My goodness, KB, I'm gonna go to you first. Another one of the songs that like you were like, I don't know what I was doing, but it's on here anyway. 200. We call it Yo 200. Speak on what I consider, and Bard messaged me completely, said just to make sure you know, probably one of the best produced tracks I've ever heard in my life. Absolutely immaculate. Go ahead and speak on Bombs Over Baghdad, sir.
That song was bananas when it came out. Yeah, I used to bump that hard in my car, bobbing and weaving through traffic in them Jersey streets. So ignore my 200 placement because it don't really need to be there. The video too, just do Andre running down the street with all these people behind him and doing all that shit in the car, like jumping from one car to the other car. Like this shit was just a fun ass song, man. Like, and I mean, talk about working up a sweat in the club. Like when that song came on, like you got your steps in for real. Like, and them girls was throwing ass in the club too. they was throwing bombs on my Baghdad all night. Okay? So,
there's something that this song does. Before, it wasn't called twerking back then, right?
No,
it was just shaking ass.
Mm.
This is one of the greatest ass shaking songs ever.
Yep.
What
and
this does,
they didn't just never their ass in a circle.
It was never that for me. So the fact that it's doing that too, wow, yeah. Like
I think it depends on where you were, right? Like this was the summer that like I was actually in like South Florida, and it did something different to them down there. This song came, the frenetic energy of this song, like obviously I've got New York bias for like East Coast rap is obviously not down South rap. It's mainly Northeast, right? And before I really was like rocking with Outkast, this was the one, because like, yeah, obviously there was like Sorry Miss Jackson. This right here, and then Rosa Parks, I was like, yo, these boys are bad. And the thing is, they're not talking about bitches, but women love this. And they are like KB said, throwing ass like it was like meant for that. And like the energy to this, I'm just like, whatever you're doing is effective. You've won me over. This shit is hard. And I think even though like there was so much more like showcase of the lyricism in Sorry Miss Jackson, but like you still get that, plus in my opinion, a much better beat. Like this that's all I want to do. Like with the marching and stuff like
yes, a lot of that electric element plus electric guitar element. The heaviness of the drums. Even the snare was heavy, man. It's very rare to hear a heavy snare. That snare was heavy in that song, man. Just high energy, high octane, go. That definitely one of them. So, matter of fact, like, going back to what you were saying, Kolby, like, this was a down south song, but I vividly remember on the radio this being played non-stop in the Northeast, like non-stop. So, definitely deserves to be. Huh?
Go ahead. It definitely deserves.
No, I was just saying that this song definitely needs to be where it is in the top 50 for sure.
Yeah. So like I was gonna say, not just the Northeast. I was in middle school, South Side of Chicago. Everybody loved Miss Jackson. I was on this. This was the first song that like I went into that lyric book because they put the lyrics on there and I learned the word in some national underground underpounds when I stomp the ground. Who wants some don't come unprepared? I'll be there, but when I leave there, better be a household name. Whether men tell us it ain't gonna rain. Now we sit in the drop top, so I will go front to back. Those things, you giving $100,000 if you go front to back with a song without missing it. This is it for me. This is it. Like I love this song. Just the energy. You talked about the production from the hard-hitting drums to the electric guitar, and then you start realizing this song is 5 minutes long with 2 minutes of them just going bob your head, rag top, bob your head, power music, electric, and everybody is loving it, and it don't get old, and it don't feel like 5 minutes. They say the same thing over and over, and then they switch it to the next. It's just so like the DJ scratches, so immaculately produced. Both Andre and Big Boy like just went in. You cut a Taco Bell, then I hit the border. Just bam. The lyricism on display, the production on display, the video with the wild colors that going through it. Like I never forgot that ape shit. I never forgot that that Big Boy's son's name was Bamboo, and he was about to be 7 years old. Like I can figure out how old he is now because I love this song every time. It's just this song is immaculate. It is one of the best put together songs that I've ever heard for the length of it. And like if I'm on again, I've mentioned it a long time ago, but if I'm on a run and I'm tired and a song comes on and I'm out, it's one of the best songs ever. And this, I'm out with just pure energy, pure love, so this song hit everywhere. And this was the one over Miss Jackson for me, 100%. Jay, speak on Bombs Over Baghdad, my guy.
I had to go back into my comments on YouTube because I made a comment about 8 years ago. No, 4 years ago. 5 years ago. I made a comment a couple years back on this track. This has everything you want. It's got a fucking choir. It's got guitar. It's got a beat that'll kill your grandma. It's got a kid named Bamboo in it. And I'm just like, look, this is so frenetic. This is ADHD condensed into a song, especially if you're just listening to the beat. Like 100%. But you know what? You're right. Everybody bobs their fucking head to this track, bro. This track is so good, but Outkast don't miss. Like, let's be real here. Have they really ever had a miss?
There's a flute album, but that's only half a miss.
That's fair. I also think this is one of those times where like Big Boy actually gets to shine with his lyrics. Like, it's not that he's not shining every time that he appears, but Andre's Andre, the world-class flautist the guy who retired and then came back. But Big Boy gets to shine in this motherfucking song, bro. And I'm just like, I love that shit. When you have somebody that you know is up to par with the guy that everybody thinks of as probably one of the greatest rappers of all time, and he's there standing beat for beat, bar for bar in the pocket with him, it's just phenomenal.
He's probably thankful for Andre for being that. Like, I'm not saying that Andre asked for that, but I feel like deep down, Big Boy, the reason why there's no hate or animosity between them two, aside from the fact that they practically bros, is that like he's like, you help, again, going back to sword sharpening, right? You doing what you do make me want to do better every single time, or at least be right there by your side, so I'm not weighing you down. So I'm not weighing this down. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
100%. Iron sharpens iron. Nobody's trying to see, nobody's trying to show anybody up. They just want to see them be the best that they can be. Yep. And by bringing your best, you bring out the best in the person that's next to you while you're doing this. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
100%. So we got through 9 songs. So Jay, you know what number 1 is. And when we talk about best of the best, I'm gonna single myself out here. It took me a long time, but for the last 3 years, I have decided that the best hip hop song of all time on my personal list is Everybody and Their Mama's Wedding Song, From Here Until the End of Time. I think that International Players Anthem is the perfect example of what hip hop is. Point blank, period. You take a topic and you have 4 different versions of that topic, and you absolutely murder every single version. And I'm just talking about the lyrics. I'm going to come back now. I had it at, Kolby had it at 46 and 198. I have this song at absolutely, it took me a long, long time, but for years and years, is this the best hip hop song I've ever heard? This is the best hip hop song I've ever heard. International Players Anthem. I Choose You. It also helps me that, like, in my group of boys, I feel like I'm Andre 3000 here. I'm the dude that settled down early. I'm not the pimp. I'm not the guy going, I'm the one with all the pimps in the background and all the players in the background backing me up. Like, too soon. Don't do it. Reconsider. Read some literature on the subject. You sure? Well, fuck it. You know we got your back like chiropractic. The quasi acapella that happens when Andre gets on this song, and you're just like, oh my God, yes. And just, you can feel everybody walking down the aisle. Everybody like the best sample, the best beat, the best chorus. And again, all of this is talking about love in one way or another. So you go from Andre being the straight-laced, I'm the humble dude, I'm the one that hangs out with everybody, man, I ain't getting no shit, getting married, that's me. But then when his verse ends and the pimp of pimp, again, R.I.P. Pimp C comes in and that beat drops and the bass drop, my bitch is choosing never fuck
Love
without a rubber, never in the sheets, always on top of the cover, and you like, yes.
Money on the dresser, drive like a compressor.
Thank you. We might not be walking down the aisle to this, but it's gonna be in there. Keep your heart.
We're not walking down the aisle to this. We're conceiving a child to this.
Right. But like, this makes it, and like, who better to put the focus of love and lust in women in pimp version, and like in what a pimpin' is, than Pimp C. Like, Pimp C was a dude that I did not appreciate when I first heard him. I thought he was whack. I thought he was not good. And then as I got older, I realized, not arguably, it is. I realized how damn good he was. And then you get the chorus, the singing, the beautiful sample. And then I talked about the counterparts. Bun B and Pimp C are another perfect counterpart because he is another version of the pimpin' and the gangster, but a little bit more humble. And you get the clap part in it. And baby, we've been going solo time to get down with the team, just killing it. And then you end with the slickest of slickback, slickest talking. You better wear a rubber or it's going to go 20K a day. That bitch is eating good with Big Boy. Everybody came with 100% the best of the best that they could from production. I saw behind the scenes of the video, they did it the same time, I think, as the BET Awards. So the director called up everybody they could, and everybody and their mom was like, ain't no way I'm missing this. Like, the fact that oh my God, what's my man's name in the car? Real girls get down on the floor. Oh my God, what is his name? I want to call him Killer Mike. It's not Pastor Troy. It's not Killer Mike. I'm dying.
Oh, right Bishop now. Don Magic Wand? No,
the rapper. Real girls get down on the floor. Come, girl, I'm trying to get your body wet. Work that. Let me see you drip sweat. I'm dying. I'm dying. The fact that I cannot remember this man's name, and he is a fucking legend.
David, not Bruce.
David Banner. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Him just in the car, everybody and their mama just in there, Farnsworth, Bentley, just everybody and their mama wanted to be in this video. Everybody. Because this song, to me, I have decided this is my favorite, best hip-hop song that has ever been put to wax. Point blank, period. It is everything encompassed. I'm done now. Kolby, go ahead.
Yo, I don't need to go much. Like, you said everything that makes a lot of sense to me. I think that this is that distinguished gentleman, like, evolution of being a man. Everybody sunk into like their perfect positioning and executed flawlessly. When this came out, this just took everybody. It was like, yes. And honestly, that opening, like, 3 Stacks is a top 5 rapper. Like, this for me, if there was like, essentially like the Oscar reel for like the GOAT, this is what puts him in like that Oscar 5 category of greatest rapper. This opening up this song and just kind of like it caught me off guard because like when he did the I don't know what that was about that just like that shit was hard. And then I feel like he elevated to a territory where everything that he did going forward was hard. Like, I feel like this song, he reached another level. It's like, oh.
He reached Nirvana. Reached Nirvana off of this.
Something changed because his features started to change. And I think this is when, like that's like, there was pre-UGK and National Players Anthem of 3 Stacks. And like he just went off some deep shit, just like everything that I touch will be like this mastery level shit. And I'm about to go to some other. Yeah, and it is fire. The music video, the song, like, yeah, this is great.
Yep.
KB, speak on it, man.
Again, ignore my number. Gold Velvet is what I describe.
What is that, velvet?
What is that, velvet? Kolby said it perfectly. It was something about, because when that song dropped and I heard his verse, I said, what he trying to do? He trying to piss off every rapper in the game? Is that what he's trying to do? He's trying to piss off every rapper in the game, unintentionally. He's trying to piss off every rapper in the game. This man killed that. I mean, poetry, pure, utter poetry, and everything he has done since then was that. And a lot of some rappers might not want to admit it, haters, but this song is what really catapulted him to that next level, yo. Like, there's really nothing else I could say because you already said it all. But yeah,
Jay, go ahead, man.
Phenomenal song.
Easy as ABC, simple as 1, 2, 3. Get down with UGK, Pimp C, and BUNB. They're like, let's be real here. What's a pimp with no hoe? What's a hoe with no pimp? Like, this song came out right at the right time, I think, for me, because this was when I was getting into that more fucking like, I don't want to call it grungy because it wasn't grungy, but it was definitely me expanding my horizons into newer rap that I wasn't familiar with, because Underground Kings was not a thing that I was familiar with. This song came out with like 07, 08, right around there. Like this was like right before I met Tech Nine. This was right before I started doing my shit. And I listened to this song consistently. This was on a repeat. I was doing 2-a-days. I was playing football in high school and shit. This was always on. This song will do everything you need it to do. You know how you said Bombs Over Baghdad was your run song, that one that just comes on and you don't feel tired. This song comes on, I'm like, I gotta get another 1-2 sets in. Like, we got to go. This song just did it for me, bro. Like, I love that this song is as high as it is, and I'm really glad that I get to talk about it. Again, I know we've spoken on like a whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of features and a whole bunch of other people on tracks. This is another one where nobody misses. This is another one where you can look at it, you can listen to it, you can read it, and everybody is on point. Everybody is on message. Whatever that message is, whatever you take away from it, this is fire, bro. I fucking love this song. I wouldn't put it at number 1. I would definitely, this is definitely top 5, though. Definitely top 5.
This was a hip hop masterclass. That's what that was.
Absolutely.
100%. My final thoughts is that, like, when you said 2007, I was like, no way. Because I moved to Charlotte in 2017, and we were bumping this in my house parties, KB. Like, it was a brand new damn song. And I was like, I looked it up. I was like, this shit came out in 2007, and 10 years later, people are still like, this is absolute masterclass, like it was brand new. Just at like, and like nobody's from the East Coast on that song, but like Big Boy always had like a slightly East Coast, like straight East Coast vibe to me. And it's just like, again, encapsulates everything, starting with Andre, going to Pimp C, going to Bun B, finishing off with Big Boy. It's just, again, just Golden Velvet. You said it, Golden Velvet. Absolute masterpiece. My number 1 of all time. Just like, it took me a couple years to be like, is it? It's getting there. I think it might be. And yeah, and like, I think last year I decided, yep, this is it. This is my favorite. I think this is the best one ever put to wax. But with that, we are at our done with this 10. As a quick recap, we started with Outkast at number 40 with I'm Sorry, Miss Jackson. Went over to one of my favorite posse cuts of all time, Flavor in Your Ear remix that Jay put at 39 because it was tied with Killing Me Softly with his song for number 30, and Jay put it at number 38 for us. Moved over to the high school anthem, Everybody Around the World, Grinding, Clips, N-words, niggas, neighbors. Love how you do that, Jay. In Paris, Jay-Z and Kanye West, number 36. Number 35, Mama Said Knock You Out with wild ass LL Cool J. One of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. Greatest song on that to me, All Falls Down by Kanye West. Representing the Wu, Raekwon, who just came out with an album, by the way. Him and Nas on the Omerta. Damn. Go listen to that album. Featuring Meth, Ghostface, and Capadonna at number 33 with Ice Cream. Outkast again, Bombs Over Baghdad, B.O.B., and UGK, Pimp C, Dre, and Big Boy, number 31, International Players Anthem. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you for still joining us, even with the late start. Next week, we will be back on Tuesday, back at 7 EST as normal. Jay, any final words before you get out here? I appreciate you coming on and rocking with us, fam.
No, this was great, man. This was a good conversation. I love talking music. Like this was, again, just thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate y'all.
Yep. And for Kolby, as always, and for KB, as always, we leave you with
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.